Hi, it's Kim. It's October 6th, 2021. Hello, happy Wednesday. I'm running a little bit late. I'm trying to not get up today. I have a dentist appointment. And it's not my usual dentist. It's in DC, getting a specialist opinion. So hopefully my teeth won't hurt because I'm sure I've talked about them before, about how I'm in constant pain because of veneers. Um, Today I'm using the Darkwood Tarot. I might have actually used this last time, or at least the time before. I didn't check. Um, but it's been what I've been using almost the last 4 nights or so, and I really like the messages. And like I said, it uses a little bit of shadow work, so it has a really good booklet. I'm not used to booklets that are brilliant, and great artwork. So I'm very thankful for the friend that told me about it. I'm going to show you just like this is the devil. Let's see. This is the Three of Cups. Oh, look at those kitties. Yeah, so great artwork. And it's archetypal, and it also reminds me a little bit of sort of the folklore, maybe not quite official, what everybody thinks of as fairy tales, but definitely the folklore, not Disney fairy tales. Yeah. So I'm gonna shuffle. I'm gonna try to not think about my teeth because I don't want you all to get my message about, oh, Kim's gonna get 18 root canals, this thing. Just worry about our day here. Okay, and this is the one for us. It's upright. It's one, the Magician. I tried to go over here a little bit so you can see it. Okay, the Magician. The Magician is an archetype of magic and sorcery. That fits for our theme, yes. All the magic of the world resides in you. White flowers, as pale as a moon, blossom and release puffs of sweet, sugary pollen towards the shadow witch. She inhales deeply. She inhales deeply and stops to consider who would cast such a powerful flower spell. The hooting of an owl directs her attention toward an old woman. A crone stands at the ceremonial table. The shadow witch wonders if she's looking at a vision of her future self. I'm going to bring this back up here for a second so you can really see it. Her future self. Everything she meets inside the wood is part of who she is. None of us are actually separate from each other. The witch is a magician, and the magician is a witch. Just as you are the shadow witch, and the shadow witch is you. The magician stands in a posture of enchantment, breathing life and energy into the wood. She points her right arm to the sky, the spirit world, the place of inspiration and ideas. It represents your highest potential. With her left hand, she channels acute energy through her lightning rod, grounding the electricity to the earth. She could direct the power anywhere. She's a conduit and literal embodiments of the three worlds we live in: the upper spiritual, the middle material, and the lower subconscious. Each of us is an energetic channel. I've never quite heard the levels explained like that, so it's really interesting. Her flowing gray hair symbolizes magician's life experience and wisdom. She never blocks, disrupts, or disparages the natural flow of energy with harmful self-hate, negativity, or feelings of unworthiness. She focuses on the present and never looks to the past or the future. Like a flower or a bird who never stops to think about what it did yesterday and what it will do tomorrow. Her presence keeps her in step with natural magic. She's an energetic filter of the creative life force who ignites all things by the power of her attention. True magic is not the manipulation of other people, places, or events, but the ability to master the self. Real magic teaches you to control your inner experience. That's interesting. If you allow it to, the outer world will rearrange itself in ways you couldn't even imagine. The magician separates herself from her thoughts, swords, emotions, cups, desires, wands, and the trick of the material world, pentacles. By becoming a silent, active observer, she follows the path of least resistance. The magician pays attention and stays open to signs, omens, and I can be openings as well, omens and messages. She knows when to apply pressure and when to back off. She does not fear the unknown. She embraces it. She knows she is who creates reality. She seeks what is seeking her. All right, it keeps going. So I'm going to take a breath. The owl is a magical omen, a symbol of clairvoyance and astral projection. Owls are nocturnal creatures who see what others do not. Tarot cards are spread across the magician's table because tarot is a gateway into the esoteric arts. The table is carved with the magician's axiom, as above, so below. What is true of the world is true for us, and what is true of us is true for the world. The world is not outside of you, it is inside. Two triple spiraled pre-Celtic trichellian symbols are engraved on her table, reflecting the creative principle of the universe. Oh my goodness. A lemniscate floats above her head. It is a symbiotic flow of life energy and dynamicism that makes life possible. Her dress is cinched at the waist by a snake eating its own tail. It is the alchemical symbol reminding us of life's energetic circle. Nothing ever disappears. It simply changes form. The meaning, charisma, since ours is upright, charisma, dynamic personality, working wonders, ability to take action, purposeful magic, asserting one's will over the self, supreme self-governance, the ability to realize one's full potential, activity and intention, clear and concise goals. And there's a bigger picture of this card in this book, and I think that might be a better way of showing you. So I think that is a really cool reading, especially for like right now, this time of year. I've been working on my personal self on shadow work and trying to get into the internal of Kim and what makes Kim's tick and what can Kim change in herself to change the world and herself. Yeah, I like the idea of the dynamic personality too. You know, the crazy one that's not actually crazy, but just outgoing and ready to take on the world. And like, it's sort of like, doesn't quite fit into society, which I think some of us might identify with, but that still somehow fits in because people are drawn, you know, to that otherness. Yeah, supreme self-governance. And fulfilling the full potential. And it does say self potential. So I don't want to be like saying that it is like the overcoming of every obstacle in the life of the world, of the there are probably some constraints to full potential, but I think that that means that it is within the self. If we overcome our own like internal obstacles, we can do anything and go anywhere that we choose. And again, that is choice. That is a little bit put in there, not necessarily uh you know, like there's this big what is divine, what is choice, and is there choice, is there only divine? It's probably in my, just me, a bit of a mixture that, you know, there is a bit of choice that allows us to, you know, to fulfill a destiny of our choosing, and that could be good or bad depending on the choices we either consciously or do not consciously make. And then there's probably a good deal of the divine that's like, hey Kim, you're being stupid, you know, let's do this instead. Gonna put this, you know, crow here for you to look at, and then you go, oh no, wait. So I'm sure there's a large mixture of all this in between. So I really hope everyone fulfills their potential for the day, of course, and of course for life in general. I do want to sort of spotlight a few items. Um, we are still having registrations for Janet's class, Poe. The magician kind of fits in there because there's a little bit of darkness, and I think Poe would approve. So that goes. It starts Sunday. Please sign up. It should be fabulous. I admit that I'll be in and out. I'm going to West Virginia quite a bit. It is October, and I am celebrating a month long of Halloween. At least I hope I am. I'm going stargazing like one weekend. So we'll see how it goes. Be dropping in Poe from like random rest areas. So I do want to be like, please go to Poe. It would be fabulous. And readings are up right now. So I have to do my reading. We can read together. And then the other thing is that since it is Halloween month and we are celebrating Halloween, there is a Halloween classroom, so go join it. We're posting different articles, all sorts of stuff, and like I'm like behind on mine for today. I admit. Um, but yeah, so there'll be all sorts of stuff. Like I'm very into broom lore and just finished a book on, brooms and the idea of it. And I should say and besoms. Of course, all of this stuff can be translated into writing, into fun. There's a costume kind of contest that Janet is all about and is into, and I'm gonna call her the one in charge. I don't know who's gonna be like judging, but I think it should be Janet. And so that's going on. You can see our ads. And please share us on social media and like try to get the word out about like definitely about the costume contest at least, so we can see some great stuff. And pets are welcome. And yeah, so please, have fun. This is like my favorite month, and there should be a lot of fun in it. I admit there'll be some sadness, and I'll probably talk about that on the days that are sort of a little bit more sadder for me. But yeah, so take care, enjoy yourself, enjoy the thinning of the veil, and yeah, all that self fulfillment, go for it, and fill your complete and total, um, yeah, total being and all of what you manifest. Take care.